Hey guys, Pastor Jeremy Skinner here, coming to you live from my office with another word of encouragement from the Bible. But before I start with my word, there's a couple things I want to share with you. Number one, before this virus hit, we had 30 to 40 residents that would come to chapel services Monday through Friday. Unfortunately, our residents now are being protected in their rooms and therefore are unable to gather in groups and come to a chapel service. This has been happening since March 10th, when I first left for Africa, and then the virus hit. They've not been a part of any group gatherings or chapel service or spiritual service since that time. So what I've been doing is recording some teachings, uploading them to YouTube, posting them on our Facebook page, and I am hoping and praying that after you listen to today's message, that you will take just a few minutes and sit down with one of the residents or a couple of residents and watch it with them, just so that they could get some spiritual nourishment and to have some time to just hear a message from God's Word and to remind them we've not forgot about their spiritual well-being. Apart from all that, they would be super duper happy. Even if you wasn't watching a spiritual video, they'd be super duper happy if you could just fit that into your day. Number two thing I want to share with you is that last week, Domino's shared with us 50 free pizzas, and that was absolutely amazing. If you get an opportunity to give them a shout out, be sure to do so and tell them thank you. But the thing about free pizza is that it's free. And since it's free, we cannot tell them what kind we want, and we cannot tell them when we want it. They just said, hey, you're getting it, and here it comes. And we're grateful for that. What that means is the pizza that was delivered at lunchtime did not stick around long enough for supper time, which means that some of our staff was left out, unintentionally left out of the free pizza deal. So we've got good news for you. We've contacted Domino's, and we're going to get another round of pizzas specifically for our night shift, because we believe that unintentionally some of you did not get any pizza, and that's just not fair. So we got another round of pizzas coming this Tuesday, April 21st, and it will be delivered in the evening so that our night shift can have supper. Okay, so there you go. Two good points of news. Number one, share this with one of the residents after it's been uploaded to YouTube, or share it from, sit down and share it with them from the Facebook page. And number two, pizza Tuesday, April 21st, coming your way, night shifters. Okay? All right, here we go. 1 Thessalonians chapter 1, verses 8 through 10. I want you to listen to this. The Lord's message rang out from you, not only in Macedonia and Achaia. Your faith in God has become known everywhere. Therefore, we don't need to say anything about it, for they themselves report what kind of reception you gave us. They tell how you turned to God from idols to serve the living and true God, and to wait for his Son from heaven, whom he raised from the dead, Jesus, who rescues us from the wrath that is to come. Now, here's the deal. Good Sam's is the only faith-based long-term care facility in this area. And let me tell you something about that. That message is going out, that we are faith-based, that we are Christ-centered. And your work has become known in our community. And people are responding, people are talking about it. Just this morning I was preparing a list to send out, and the list has more than 20 businesses and individuals that have donated something to you, something to Good Sam's. For example, the pizza. Another example is yesterday you had pulled pork sandwiches. All of that was donated. Your cloth masks that you're wearing, those have all been donated. From shoe coverings to cloth masks to gowns to who knows what, it's all been donated. And they are meeting your needs, and they are meeting the needs of the residents. In other words, your work, your ministry, like Paul said, we don't have to say anything about it, because your works speak for themselves. But you know what? We're going to make a big deal about you anyway, just because you are a big deal. Your work and your labor of love is making a difference, and we are grateful for you. What a unique time to be a part of Good Sam, don't you think? I mean, when you look at the text, when you look at the text, what we find is that the people were talking about the Thessalonians. And what was it that got them talking? What was it that got them talking was this. They turned from God, or they turned to God from idols. They served God, they waited, and they delivered. Now I remember when I got back home from Africa, I was on a 2 week self quarantine. The time I had at home was great. Man, I loved it. I mean, who wouldn't want to stay at home and spend time with the family? And since school was out, we had a lot of time together. We got a lot of stuff done. We got the house cleaned up. We got some special projects that have been on the back burner. Got the garage cleaned up, the yard done. Got the mower blade sharpened, oil changed, ready to go for whenever we get out of this snow. But every day, even in the midst of all that, I was still checking in on you through Facebook just to see how everybody was doing. Still today, we check the page. We get great information. We get great updates. We have great resources. And then we also have some things that'll make us laugh. The environment here, the environment here is so much different than any other place. You know, it's not a job, it's a joy. It's a joy to serve with you. It's a joy to be here with you. You know, I've talked with several employees and I've asked them why Good Sam's. And the response has always been this: I like taking care of people. Well, good, because that's what we do here. But then they went on to say, I feel needed here. I feel valued here. I feel important here. I love the residents, I love my coworkers, and I love the challenges that bring us together. Listen, if you're here and you're here for the money, you're here for the wrong reason. You've already realized that. Listen again to verse 9. Verse 9, Paul said, for your actions report what kind of person you are, how you turned to God from idols. Now, I just want to stop there for a moment, because an idol is anything that takes the place of God. And you know, we've all got idols in our lives. An idol is anything that takes the place of God, anything that we put our faith in for security, like money. Money can be an idol. But listen, you can't find your identity in money. You can't find happiness in money. It sure helps you to be happy, but you know, once the money's gone, so is your happiness. Money will always leave you empty and always wanting more. But many of you have already learned that, and so you've turned from that. And you decided, I'm not here for the money. I'm here because I found my purpose in life. I found what God has created me to do. And I'm going to do it because I'm darn good at it. And it brings me fulfillment. And I can see the joy in the lives that I touch. You know, I know that things right now are pretty tense. But let me remind you, keep doing what you're doing, all right? Because you're doing a great job. Keep making a difference. Keep touching lives. Now slow down. Take a deep breath. Be patient with one another. Be there for one another. Encourage one another. Help one another. Because this together thing, that is what's going to get us through. That's what's going to put us head and shoulders above everybody else. And we're not saying that we're the best, but what we are saying is that you are the best. And you're making a difference. And I want you to continue to make a difference. Don't be discouraged. Don't throw in the towel. Just step back, sit down, take a deep breath, regroup, and get back out there and keep making a difference. Have a great day, guys. I'm glad that you joined in. Hey, go into a resident room, share this with them. They'll love you for it, and so will I. Thanks.